Hi guys, what's going on? I can't say this one. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Is it okay? What's going on? What's going? Because going, at the end of going, is an N, right? Then I should pronounce like going, right? Because I didn't say N for this word. But the word after going was on, right? In this case, I should say on, right? Not on, but I have to say on, right? Then how should I pronounce this expression? What's going on? Going on. What's going on? Is it okay? What's going on? It's really tricky for me. And I have never given any thought about this word. Thanks to this guy who taught me how to pronounce a word which ends with N. Yeah, I actually knew that when when we pronounce words which end the or a, I don't know, N, we have to, touch inside palate of soft palate. Is it okay? Soft palate of our mouth. Upper. Soft palate means something inside our mouth, which is upper, right? And I knew that, and I learned how to pronounce English. When I learned how to pronounce English, I learned that also, and I thought that I was paying enough attention to it. But in fact, I didn't do it as much as I should, right? And I feel really grateful for that guy who told me about it, who gave me such candid advice. I really thank you. However, pronouncing it, N, is really difficult for me, especially when I speak. I tend to forget it. And I, how many years ago, when I was, I don't know how to say this, but I came across this video about 3 years ago when I was starting my channel. When I tried to renew my main channel to the new channel where I teach people how to pronounce the lyrics of English songs, not new ones, but pretty old ones, like oldies and goodies, oldies but goodies. And at that time, I was searching many videos in which Japanese people were singing English songs on YouTube. Oh my goodness. Already? Oh, I made a mistake. Okay. The recording continues. Okay. Then, gee, I can speak well today too. Another self-conscious. Okay. Anyway, I was searching for lots of videos in which Japanese people are singing English songs because I wanted to know what kind of problems they might have when singing English. And I happened to find this video in which a Japanese guy was singing a song, in an English song. I don't know what song it was. I don't remember, but it doesn't matter. Okay? And I found one comment, probably American people or English-speaking people left for that video, and he said that he was wondering why Japanese people drop the last consonant when they pronounce English. And it caught my attention because, I learned how to pronounce English up until then. However, I didn't pay attention to English consonant or the very last consonant of each word that Japanese people pronounce. And I learned it then for the first time. And since then, I started paying more attention to the very last consonant of English words of the lyrics of the songs. And I thought that I was doing pretty okay. But it turned out that I totally forgot about it. And I tended to assume that I was doing okay. I had another incident about my pronunciation. It was about 3 or 4 years ago. Until then, I had been learning English for pretty long, okay, for many years up until then. And then I was in an English conversation school. I was a student there, and I had conversations with my English native speaker, who was from an island, probably, but his English, he speaks very natural. He speaks English, which is easy for me to understand. Okay, and then I asked him to tell me about my pronunciation. I wanted to hear his honest opinion about my pronunciation. And he told me that my R sometimes sounded like L, especially like when I pronounced that word train or, I don't know, TR, words which have TR, like T is a consonant, right? And R is a consonant, right? And when these two are combined, it was pretty difficult for me to pronounce it properly. But I didn't notice myself at all. Because, mainly because we don't have R sound in Japanese. We tend to pronounce R like L. And we can't hear the slight difference between proper and R close to L that we tend to pronounce. And that was an eye-opening experience for me. And I'm happy that my teacher told me that. And this time, I had another eye-opening experience thanks to him. I think that's him. He gave me lots of insights. And I learned a lot. I really appreciate that. And from now, I'll pay more attention to my N, especially words that end with N. I should practice because in conversations, I don't speak fast, but I don't think I can't speak slowly enough to notice how I am pronouncing each word, right? Yeah, I am speaking very slowly, right? Yeah, I do. Okay. And then, is there anything I wanted to talk about? Yes, I uploaded my new video to YouTube a little while ago. I was practicing my pronunciation using this YouTube video I was watching today. I had been watching today. And it came from this YouTube channel. I forgot the name of the channel though. There are many similar channels on YouTube. And I used to watch another channel which is called, I forgot. What was that? Yeah, I forgot. Anyway, no, I don't remember. What was that? The name of the channel was, it's impossible for me to remember. No, I can't. I totally forgot. Yeah, Totally Studios, right. Totally Studios. I used to watch that channel like, let's see, 6 months ago or so. I happened to find their videos on Facebook first, and then I was like then, well, what is this channel? What is this? What are they? Their videos are very fun or hilarious. I love them, or something like that. And I started watching their videos. Their videos are pretty short and they're hilarious. But I actually didn't like the background music of each video. It seems to me that they use the same kind of background music all the time for all the videos, and it made me a bit bored, since every time I watched their videos, I had to hear the same background music. And I'm a kind of person who gets bored easily, so it was quite reasonable for me to get bored while watching their videos. And anyway, there weren't so many videos, so I finished watching all of their videos pretty soon. And anyway, I got bored. And ever since then, I didn't watch any of the videos similar to theirs. And then yesterday, I came across this channel, and their thumbnails are very similar, and I wonder why though. And I started watching one video, and it was longer and it was more serious than the videos of Totally Studios. And the stories are more impressive. I was impressed by it, the video, and since I really wanted to understand all the lines, I decided to use it for my studying material, and very natural one, because they speak naturally. Yes, they speak, people from this channel speak more natural than people from Totally Studios. So I think that it could be better for me to use. Okay. And I really want to understand the natural conversations, and their videos come with subtitles, which is helpful to me to understand. But I'm not good at reading subtitles written only, I don't know how to say it. Lower scale, upper scale, is it okay? Upper scale. Large letters. I'm not good at reading those letters, so it could be a bit troublesome for me, but it's just a matter of practice, I guess. So I should do more, and eventually I'll get used to it, I hope. And the conversations that people in Totally Studios are more clear and easy to catch for me. But conversations I hear from, Ian, that new channel is more natural and fast and more difficult for me to catch. So that's why it's more challenging for me. I like it better. Okay. Oh, today I can't speak much. What's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? Anything else? Yes, there are many things that I wanted to talk about, but it seems to me that all of them just gone. Okay, and speaking about my pronunciation again. Yeah, I was checking my pronunciation by watching my own videos. I mean, my latest video. And I was checking the script. When you click or when you tap the description of the video, you can find the transcription, right? Transcription. Is it okay? Transcription. Transcript, right? Transcript. And then you can see each line, right? And then I was curious to see how AI detects my speech. And it was 85% correct. But sometimes because of my pronunciation of N, my N was misunderstood. Like when I said line, because my N was not strong enough, it was detected like lying, because my pronunciation of this word line didn't sound like it ended with N, right? So no wonder it was detected, is it okay? Detected like line, right? But this slight difference is very complicated. But it's worth trying. It's worth trying. But it's funny that in that video, I was watching my latest video and I was checking the transcript. And then inside that video, I included a scene from the drama of that YouTube channel I was talking about a little while ago. And then in the drama, an actor was speaking, right? The actor was speaking, but the AI detected, like, she said that your fees already been paid in full, or something like that. Your fees already been paid in full. But it was detected like not paid in full, but painful. And what she said, her line was very fast and I couldn't catch at all. And even AI was wrong. So I found it pretty funny. But it happens, right? It happens. Like when I'm speaking in Japanese, my subtitles, the YouTube does, YouTube gives to my video, turns out to be wrong sometimes. And it makes me feel uneasy because I am native Japanese speaker, but my Japanese cannot be understood properly, and then it makes me feel nasty, right? You know what I mean? Yeah. Okay, but pronunciation is very tricky, and but it's worth trying. It's worth working on, working harder, and I will work hard. Okay. Anything else? Yes. And I have a similar experience. Similar experience to the experience I had this time. Like, it was a long time ago, like the year 2008 or so. I was selling Japanese goods on eBay, and I usually work on my computer to do my job because eBay is an internet auction site, right? And I always had to sit in front of my PC, and then suddenly someone gave me a Skype message, and he was from Taiwan, and he was learning Japanese, and he wanted to try his Japanese, and he asked me to have conversations with him in Japanese, and he was typing in Japanese, and I was reading it, and suddenly I'm a kind of person who is eager to be corrected anytime. I'm happy to be corrected because people seldom give you corrections, right? Especially Japanese people don't like to give Japanese people tend to feel hesitant to give candid opinions to the other person. So they almost never say like something like, oh, you should do this, or it would be better for you to fix this because it makes your something much better that way, or something like that. But on the contrary, I'm a kind of person who wants to be corrected because I want to grow, I want to improve. And with this kind of mindset, I couldn't help but suggesting him that, saying that, oh, why don't you let me correct your mistakes or correct your sentences so that they sound more natural, or something like that. And he said sure, or something like that, and I did it. I fixed every sentence for him, and he said thank you or something like that, but he never came back. And I was shocked. And I didn't understand what was wrong with me. Because I thought it would be more helpful for him to understand more natural ways of saying things in Japanese because he's learning Japanese. But maybe what I did was a bit too unsolicited. I'm not really sure, but anyway. And especially men tend to be a bit too proud of themselves, and especially Japanese men are so. They tend to be vulnerable. Then tend to be vulnerable, and then tend to be susceptible to people's advice. So as a Japanese woman myself, as a Japanese woman myself, I really have to be very careful when I want to say something to Japanese men, because they will be shocked easily. They pretend that they are okay, but actually they are not. Most of the time they are not. They don't want to be pointed out. They don't want to be judged. They don't want to be given candid opinion or candid advice, because they are just afraid of being criticized. And I was curious about romantic relationships at one time, and I was watching lots of YouTube videos related to that. And then I learned how vulnerable Japanese men could be. And until then, I never knew that. I noticed my pronunciation of then. I didn't pronounce N properly, right? Then. I said then, but I should have said then. Oh, it's quite difficult. I really have to pay attention to this. Otherwise, I cannot do it, and I can be oblivious to it. I pay much more attention to D for the words that end with D, but alright. So, and then I learned how vulnerable Japanese men could be, and I don't know how to say it. It can be said to all the people in all walks of life. It's not that older people are strong mentally, or older people are not vulnerable. Men are generally pretty, I don't know if it's okay I should use this word, weak, but alright. Probably my daughter is coming back soon, so I should call it a day. I'll be back tomorrow too. Thank you for listening. And thank you for the great advice. It was really, really helpful, and I really appreciate that. Please give me such comments anytime. I'm welcome, because I am kind of a person who want to improve. So I really need them. Okay, thank you very much. I'll be back tomorrow too. Have a great rest of your week. Bye bye.